What happens when a controversial figure steps down from such an important role? Breaking news: Matt Gaetz has decided to pull out as Trump's pick for Attorney General, saying his nomination became too much of a distraction. With all the drama surrounding his nomination, what does this mean for Trump's plans and his team moving forward? Stick with us as we dive into the details and break it all down for you. The announcement: Matt Gaetz took to X to announce he was withdrawing from consideration as Attorney General. In his statement, he said, "While momentum was strong, my confirmation has unfairly become a distraction to the Trump-Vance transition. I will be withdrawing my name." The news came after a week of intense lobbying and private meetings on Capitol Hill. Despite his efforts, concerns about his controversial past made it hard for him to gain support, even within his own party. Gaetz's sudden decision highlights the deep divisions surrounding his nomination. While he was a key pick for Trump, his history raised serious doubts among senators. This unexpected move leaves Trump's team scrambling to find another candidate for such a critical position, one who can balance Trump's goals with Senate approval. The controversial nominee. Matt Gaetz, the former congressman from Florida, has always been a polarizing figure. Known for his bold speeches and fierce loyalty to Donald Trump, he's also been at the center of some serious controversies. Among the most troubling were allegations of sexual misconduct, including claims of inappropriate relationships with underage girls and wild drug-fueled parties. While the Department of Justice decided not to file criminal charges against him, the accusations didn't go away. An investigation by the House Ethics Committee is still ongoing, keeping these issues front and center. For many senators, this cloud of suspicion was just too much to overlook, making his road to confirmation even more difficult. Trump's calculated gamble. Why did Trump pick someone as controversial as Matt Gaetz for such an important job? It all comes down to Trump's long-standing distrust of the Department of Justice, DOJ. Over the years, Trump has repeatedly accused the DOJ of being part of a so-called deep state conspiracy against him, claiming it led various witch hunts to sabotage his presidency. By choosing Gaetz, Trump sent a clear message. He wanted the DOJ to align closely with his vision and priorities. Gaetz's fiery defense of Trump during the impeachment trials and his outspoken, combative style made him a natural choice for this role. He had proven himself as one of Trump's most loyal allies, which likely made him stand out among potential candidates. At the same time, this nomination felt like a test of loyalty for Republicans in Congress. Would they back such a controversial figure just because Trump asked them to? It wasn't just about Gaetz's qualifications. It was a challenge to see how far Republican support for Trump would go. The Senate pushback. The answer seems to be a clear no. Behind the scenes, senators from both parties shared doubts about Matt Gaetz's chances of getting approved. Even among Republicans, the support wasn't solid. Since the GOP only has a small majority in the Senate, losing just 3 Republican votes could have been enough to block his nomination. In his statement, Gaetz gave a subtle nod to this resistance, mentioning the thoughtful feedback he received during his meetings with senators. While he didn't call out anyone directly, insiders say several key members of the Judiciary Committee raised serious concerns about his controversial past and how his nomination might look to the public. The stakes for the Attorney General role. The role of Attorney General is always a big deal, but in a Trump administration, it's absolutely crucial. Trump has made it clear that he wants someone in the position who will have his back and go after his political rivals. Back in his first term, he didn't hold back from calling out former Attorneys General Jeff Sessions and William Barr, saying they didn't show enough loyalty to him. This time, Trump was determined not to let history repeat itself. He wanted an Attorney General who would do more than just the job, someone who would lead investigations into his political enemies, enforce his hardline policies on immigration and election security, and even handle legal challenges that might involve Trump directly. It's no surprise the stakes for this pick were sky high. The fallout for Gaetz. With his withdrawal, Gaetz faces an uncertain political future. His decision to step away from Congress to accept the Attorney General nomination left him without a current office, and the ongoing Ethics Committee investigation could further damage his reputation. While Gaetz remains a prominent figure in the MAGA movement, his inability to secure confirmation for a high-profile role may weaken his standing within the Republican Party. What's next for Trump's cabinet? The Trump-Vance transition team now faces the challenge of finding a new nominee for Attorney General. This setback is not just about filling a vacancy, it's a significant blow to the administration's momentum and a test of its ability to navigate Washington's political minefield. The question now is, will Trump double down on another controversial pick, or will he opt for a more moderate choice to avoid further confirmation battles? Either way, this decision will send a clear signal about the administration's priorities and strategy moving forward. The bigger picture. This whole situation is playing out in a deeply divided America. Trump's return to the White House comes with bold promises to shake things up and take on the so-called establishment. But the Gaetz drama shows just how tough it can be to turn those promises into action while dealing with the checks and balances of Washington. For Trump's supporters, Gaetz stepping down will likely feel like proof that the deep state is working to block Trump's agenda. On the other hand, critics are probably relieved that someone as controversial as Gaetz won't be running the Department of Justice. So, Matt Gaetz's decision to back out as Attorney General nominee is a big moment in Trump's second term. It shows how intense the pushback can be against divisive appointments, even when the Senate is controlled by Republicans. What do you think this means for Trump's plans moving forward? Can he find someone who supports his vision but avoids the kind of backlash Gaetz faced? And what does this whole situation say about where American politics stands in 2024? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth political analysis. Stay tuned as we dive into the twists and turns of Trump's return to power and what it means for America's future. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest updates, so stick around for more.